I was getting from earlier was about the locations and how they've grown, and I'm definitely going to talk to David about that. Hey, and I forgot, the operating partner is in the kitchen as well here.
How you doing?
Look at this. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for making it in. I appreciate it.
No worries.
Awesome. Ooh, I got some wings here.
Yeah,
Taylor's got. Oh, this is so funny because we were talking about your cocktails when I spoke to you on the phone. Beautiful.
We wanted to make you happy.
Nice. Come on in. I'm easy. I get made happy easy. So before we get into the amazing things that you brought, I've got to have you tell me how you and your partners got started in this, because to be, and it seems like to me yesterday, but to be at 3 restaurants already, how did you guys get into it? Because the success has been amazing. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's been a little bit of a whirlwind. It originally happened, I was working for a large corporate food and beverage company, and one of our accounts that we managed was in Providence, Rhode Island, and the landlord of that building approached me one time and was interested in doing something with coal-fired pizza in downtown Providence. He wanted to bring it to Providence. He had experienced it in other states, and I left my corporate job on a handshake. And my business partner, his name's Ed Restivo.
Ed Restivo, yeah.
And the two of us kind of set off on this adventure. And we opened the first one in downtown Providence maybe about a little over 6 years ago.
Is that 6 years already?
Yep, it's been about 6 years. Wow. And then our North Kingstown location at 6105 Post Road, a little over 4 years ago. And then we just opened our Westerly location at 162 Granite Street. We just had our 1-year anniversary there, so.
And that's I tried last year to get Michael, your partner, to come out to join us, and they were just opening the restaurant. So a lot of you had asked and talked about one of these great places to go to with this Providence Coal-Fired Pizza. So now we finally got him. I'm excited to have him here for it. And the Providence one, it's funny to think about Ed Restivo there. I have to throw out there, I used to live in that building when I went to college. It was actually a Johnson Wales dorm for like 2 or 3 years, and I lived in Conrad above there, in the Conrad apartments there. And I think where you were at the time, God, there was a dry cleaner in the back and something else.
There was a dry cleaner in the back, and there was just rental space out front. Before that, it was actually the original Lupo's.
Right.
As well.
That's right. That's so funny.
It's the Conrad building. It's a historical building, and it's a pleasure to be in that spot.
Yeah, and the things that they've done in that particular space alone are amazing. It's a pretty big space that you've expanded.
Yeah, it's a little over 4,000 square feet. So it's a good size building, good size space. It's a good sized bar, about 20 seats at the bar, fit about 100 people in there in the restaurant, and it's busy all the time. We have a good following there, so we're excited.
No, you've gained a great following there for sure.
It's our flagship.
So from that perspective, I'm talking about that being your flagship. You've got 3 locations now. You guys have had a great measurement of success. I mean, anytime you make it past 3 years, you consider like this legacy in the restaurant business where you can grow. But to have 3, and you're talking in 6 years, you've got 3 restaurants.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster ride. But we have kind of an attitude, never give up and just keep pushing forward, and failure's not an option, and it's worked for us so far.
There's a perspective too that I want to make sure that people put out there, is that when you do this from an entrepreneur standpoint, to invest in these things and do this, you're not only doing it for yourself and the buildings and such you're associated with, you become an economic engine and part of the economy. I mean, you've got a number of employees across 3 places now.
We have quite a bit of employees in 3 locations, and geographically we cover the whole state at this point, except northern Rhode Island. So we're stretched, and we employ people from all over the state, and even in Westerly, we even employ people from Connecticut because they're right over the border.
Right, that's true. Yeah, and you get a tourism draw from there, I'm sure, as well.
Correct.
Yeah, that's excellent. So now I want to get into the pizza cravings part of it, because is each location have a similar or same menu? How are the menus set up?
Each location has the same menu.
Okay.
So whether you order a pizza in Providence or in Westerly or in North Kingstown, you'll get the same pizza.
Gotcha.
Same dough, same everything.
So talk about the process, about how you're making the pizzas.
Well, the pizza really starts, when we first started out, I'm a crust guy. There's crust people, there's sauce people, there's cheese pizza people. Our crust is a 3-day process. We start with a starter.
Okay.
And then on the second day, the dough is actually made and then balled up, and then it's rested a whole nother day. So production, in order to keep up, you have to be 3 days ahead all the time.
Wow.
And the fermentation process allows us to get nice air gaps in the nice cellular structure in the dough. And that's where it starts. And then once we do that, we start looking at the ingredients. And all our ingredients are either cooked or cut or made in-house. On this particular pizza, we have house-made sausage. So that's made in-house. The roasted peppers that are on here are cooked in our coal-fired oven. And the onions are cooked in the coal-fired oven. The cheese is actually, we just changed over to a cheese. We just did we collaborated with Narragansett Creamery
Awesome.
to come up with
We love those guys.
a proprietary mozzarella cheese for Providence coal-fired pizza that now Mark Federico and his company make for
Really?
us. Yes.
Mark's a great guy. He's been on the show. He's a really good guy.
Yep. And we just use really good ingredients. And even, I didn't bring the pepperoni here, but our pepperoni pizza is pretty popular. And we don't buy sliced pepperoni. We slice it ourselves because we want a certain thickness
Wow.
on how it cooks in the oven. And the cooking process itself is intense. It's coal. And it's not charcoal. It's
Right.
rock. It's coal. And it cooks. The air temperature in that oven is about 900 degrees.
Okay.
The deck temperature will fluctuate depending on how many pizzas are in there, but that air temperature is about 900. You feel it when you're really close to it. You lose some hairs.
So, yeah, I believe it. 900 degrees. So, from that spot, the coal-fired pizza, it's a more challenging way to do it, right?
Yeah, the coal is more organic. You can't just turn a dial and get it to the temperature you want.
Right.
So I always describe it as kind of driving an oil tanker through the ocean. If you're headed towards an iceberg, you got to turn now, not right when you get up to the iceberg. So every time you throw a bag of coal into the oven, it actually takes energy out of the oven.
Okay.
Which basically means your temperature goes down because it takes energy to ignite the coal, and then the coal will spike after that. So you constantly have to be looking at the amount of business that's coming in and how much heat you need so you don't overheat the oven or the oven cools off too quickly. So it's challenging. It takes a lot of training to get guys to be able to work on it.
So, in training, and going to that point, so when training these people, you've got, across the board, you're training the guys in 3 different restaurants for this process that is, it's a unique process.
It's unique. Yeah, it's hard to train people, but we do it. And we have, one of the great things about our company, at least I think so, is our people. That are the most important part of it, and we spend a lot of time teaching and developing people on a 24/7 basis, and I think that's the biggest part of our success.
Well, and it's, all of our guests today have been talking about going back to collaborations and that everyone here is supportive of everyone else. I mean, Billy Manzo was complimenting you guys and Chef Dominic earlier when he came in about the style and your success. And I think that being able to train those people and keep those people in Rhode Island has been a big, component of the conversation lately. So again, thank you guys for being able to do that. Now, your menu is not just pizzas, but you got a large variety of pizzas. How many different ones you got on there?
On the menu, I think we got about 16 right now, but you can also get whatever you like.
You can build your own, right?
You can build your own there. Which is
Question
key.
asked, Rachel. You can build your own. I told you. See? All right. And what else we got on the menu?
Well, here we brought the second piece of our menu that has been a huge success, which is our coal-fired wings. And these, again, are a 2-day process just to get them ready for the pizza oven. But it basically tastes like roasted chicken on the bone, but it falls apart like you were eating, I would say, slow roasted ribs. It just comes right off the bone.
Oh God, it's
and it's
amazing.
still juicy. We do some magic to them that keeps them juicy even in a 900-degree oven. So we basically, the 900-degree oven just renders them to make them crispy on the outside. They're juicy on the inside. And then we finish them off with the coal-fired onions on top that we make in-house. We probably, in our Providence location, we probably go through 800 to 900 pounds of chicken wings a week.
In a week?
In a week, and maybe 500 pounds of onions.
Oh my God.
To give
that's
everybody
amazing.
an idea.
Jeez. And downtown in Providence, I mean, the other 3 locations too, I realize that there's a lot of tourism-based locals and then a lot of tourism-based. But even here in Providence, I know that you got the college market, you got the business sector, and then you still got the tourism crowd coming over from the convention center and the hotels. And down the street is what, Hotel Providence?
Hotel
Street,
Providence,
right?
they send a lot of business our way.
Yeah, because I mean, I literally have seen guests coming from the hotel walking into your space. What else is on the menu that you got over there?
We have a lot of salads. Our salads are very popular. We do entree-size salads or appetizer-size salads. We also have other appetizers. We do a goat cheese appetizer that has coal-fired vegetables in it, almost like a ratatouille.
Nice.
We do a twist on a spinach artichoke dip. We call it a spinach ricotta dip. It's based on ricotta cheese to give it a little twist. We do our version of a bruschetta, and we do a broccoli robin sausage.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're not going to go hungry for sure.
No, plenty to choose from.
Now, one of the things that I liked, and I had the chance to talk to David yesterday about it, was the fact that he has a good variety. And people were asking me, can I drink wine with pizza? And of course, I can drink wine with pizza. But there's also cocktails. And I was mentioning earlier how one of the spots I went to, I had a cocktail with my slice of pizza. They've got very creative cocktails that I saw on the list. So tell me what you got over here now.
Yeah, about 3 years ago, we implemented a cocktail program where we switch up cocktails every season. So these are our spring cocktails, and we're now working on summer, which will come out in June. But we have here, this one right here is we're calling it a lavender lemonade, which is a gin drink with lavender honey syrup and a little lemon juice. Here we have a Kentucky cucumber, which is Maker's Mark bourbon with cucumbers, little jalapenos, and Hellfire bitters.
Jalapeno there?
There's a little jalapeno in there,
Oh
so
my
it's got a little
gosh.
kick to it. It's
Nice.
nice. And then we have our strawberry basil margarita, which speaks for itself.
That
with
one's
our
calling
own,
me.
Yep, our own house strawberry syrup, which tastes phenomenal. It's one of my favorites.
Oh my God, that's delicious. That's absolutely delicious. So tell us about, oh my God, I can't stop drinking this one. Tell us about some of the other the programs here, because you also got, there's a loyalty thing that's going on. Someone asked me about that they saw it online, right?
We do. We have a loyalty program, which you come in and we should be offering it to you if you're new. They'll ask. And you get a little loyalty card, and every time you come in, for every dollar you spend, you get a point. And after you spend $300 or you get 300 points, you get $30 off the next time you're in.
Beautiful.
And also during happy hour, we call it appy hour, you get half price off certain appetizers on the menu, and you get double points on your loyalty card. So it's a double whammy when you come in during that time period.
Beautiful. So I saw some of this is on the site, and your staff will also tell people if they're working
Correct.
about it. But the last thing before I let you go is I just want to touch on is that it said that you guys had launched into catering. I think was it recently, like last year or something?
A couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us how the catering part of it works. Is it they can order from the full menu? Is it customized? How does that work?
It's customized. We actually price our catering menu out for larger groups. We'll pretty much adapt to what anything anybody wants, but our catering menu is online, and we'll give you a little discount on larger amounts of food. That's essentially what it is. So you can buy pans of wings. You can buy an actual pizza buffet that we'll set up for you,
Nice.
or large hummus appetizer portions, and so on and so forth.
So one of you were asking me earlier about the style of the catering. It's more of a drop and go type of thing, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So it is perfect for graduations, all these special occasions that you got coming up for the summer, that you can literally bring the food in and all you got to worry about is cleaning up afterwards. You're in great shape. But one of you asked me about it, can they do graduations? And the obvious answer is going to be yes for
Yes.
you. So Dave, from the perspective that you've been in the kitchen, you're an operating partner, your background is being in the kitchen and doing this, is there something that's been your favorite in creating out of this? I mean, you mastered this style with the coal. Is there something that's been kind of your baby that you like and enjoy to come out of there?
What I like is our pizza dough. I think our pizza dough is extremely unique, and the funny story behind it is we had an idea of what we were going to start with, and one of our individuals in the kitchen who is still with us and is actually our culinary supervisor for the 3 units, he made a mistake, and he made the dough and he increased the saturation point of it, which basically means he added too much water.
Okay.
And it actually made the dough better, and we've
Really?
never changed from that. This dough is 77% water, which, to give everybody an idea, is when you see that in a mixing bowl, it looks like soup.
Really?
Yes, and it has to be that highly saturated because of the intense heat in the oven. It's made to survive in that oven.
Gotcha.
But the pizza dough, to me, is phenomenal, and it's a unique way of coming up with something that's been this successful.
Seriously,
Somebody's
there's no question
accent.
about it. Well, they've got 3 locations. We've covered a lot of great information with them. You got to check this stuff out. The Providence one, I can tell you, is something I've been to almost on a regular basis because I'm downtown so much. But check them out. Go on. We're going to post a lot of this on social media afterwards. But David, thanks for making the time to join me today.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
So Kate Nagel is up next with everything with news and politics. I've got some great segments coming up for the next couple of weeks, so make sure you're checking us out on social media. But thanks for joining me today. I'm Rick Simone. I hope you enjoyed the taste. Hope you enjoyed the taste. Hope you enjoyed the taste. Hope you enjoyed the taste.